Greetings everyone and welcome to another video on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Today I want to talk about ships. So in the last video I made, you may have noticed that an update pushed out right in the middle of it, and included in that was something called the IG-2000 and Jango Fett. I realized that Jango Fett change was massive, so if we scroll down on my characters, you'll now notice he is sitting pretty in my favorites list. So basically what has happened is they've given him a farmable shard. When I recorded that first video, you could not farm him. Your only shot at getting him was packs. I did the $4 pack because I knew how big he's going to be for the bounty hunters. Basically, once he's leveled up and viable, his leadership makes bounty hunters extremely powerful inside of Arena. Now, you may have noticed I had some mods on him. This was just some generic health mods I threw on at the time. And again, I'm working on Night Sisters right now, so he will not be seeing too much love for a while, although I did give him some gear, because I noticed that he was one piece of gear away from hitting to gear 6, which unlocked his notorious reputation, which makes him much stronger overall. It gives him the Bounty Hunter's Resolve ability, which lets him come back from the dead. And he has a way of getting it back pretty easily. But that's not what the big news was, although I knew. I had been thinking it for about 3 weeks. It's like, I should be able to farm Jango by now. That's not the big news. The big news is the node he got assigned to for the farm. Lightside 8D hard. Unfortunately, this is a 20 energy node, but hey, I'll live. I survived Nihilus. I survived Scion. I'll survive Talzane and the zombie. But this is big because this is a node I already made points to farm every once in a while because of this. Hound's Tooth, a bounty hunter ship belonging to Bosk. And that is my segue into ships. Now, you've seen briefly before I've opened this screen, the ships screen. Now, you'll notice I have the 4 bounty hunter ships set as my favorites because they are the new meta. But it takes a very long time, and right now, you just have been able to farm all 3. In fact, I don't even think I was done farming Slave 1 for the day. Nope, I still had 1 more to go. Bam. Sweet, got another one, so that puts me for 4 today. Actually, that's a good farm day. Unfortunately, ship energy takes 100 crystals to refresh, and I just can't afford to refresh right now, or I would show more. But yeah, these guys are the new meta, and I think the meta is going to be... wait, which one of you does... One of them inflicts breach on the way in. Okay, so that inflicts breach, so that's big. Yours is grant another ally... Alright, so that's IG-88. And then yours, you're definitely not the one. And then his is a kind of taunt. He doesn't actually have breach. So basically it's going to be these 3 with him coming in on the first reinforcements to inflict breach. And then it's game over because Hound's Tooth is the best tanked ship by far. Arguably one of the best ships. But it's only recently been farmable, and it was on that hard node. And just due to my priorities, I didn't have a whole lot of time to spend on it. Again, Slave 1 is only the 2nd ship I've ever farmed. The first one was the TIE Advance. The rest of these were just bought with currencies. Because like Ahsoka, Counselor, they have a high chance of showing up inside of the Galactic War thing, and you always get more than 1 day's worth of Galactic War stuff. So it's pretty easy to get all that. Alright. But, so what are ships? So ships is the advanced level 80 only part of the game. It works like characters, except in the fact that, okay, it works like characters in that you need to unlock the ships and you need the shards to unlock them. You upgrade their abilities, you know, with the resources. But there's a couple twists. Okay, and this is a bad example, but this is a good one. So, each one has a crew. It makes sense. A ship is not autonomous, except for maybe a couple droid ships. But a ship has a crew. For example, Boba Fett is the crew of Slave 1. Bosk is the crew of Houndstooth. Kylo Ren, unmasked, is the crew of the TIE Silencer. I probably haven't mentioned this before, but there are multiple versions of certain Star Wars characters. Kylo Ren has 2 versions. Rey has 2 versions. Han Solo has 5 versions. Luke has 2 at the moment. Leia's got 2. Chewbacca has fuck, 4 now. Yeah, so like Vader pilots his TIE Advanced. So ship battles work differently though than, oh crap, did I just screw myself over? I think I did. Oh, did I just spend all my energy? Okay, so there's fleet challenges. This will have to be my thing. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. So this doesn't have a timer. This is why I'm doing it. I have to use this capital ship. That's the one downside. So it's not going to be great examples, but it'll get the job done. Also, I stopped using you in favor of the Ghost recent, or not the Ghost. Oh, I see. There's a rarity requirement. So it doesn't exclusively say it, but there are rarity requirements sometimes, which is a thing. So, like, you'll notice that that's not 7 stars. A lot of these aren't 7, or the TIE Silencer's not 7 stars. Okay, so ships. Ship battles work differently in the fact that each team, one, starts out with only 3 of its assigned potentially 7 ships, and each one has the capital ship kind of supporting the main ships. There's also some unique mechanics that work differently here. So the first and most important one is target lock. I'm going to try and get target lock on Biggs' X-Wing. Alright, I got target lock. This used to be a ship's only debuff, and it basically enhances many abilities. If I hold down on Deadly Accuracy, you'll see target lock inflicts a bonus 2 damage over time effects. So, actually, I'll slow down to ×1. So you saw he took extra damage and has the 2 damages. And here's another example for my Biggs. If I use his Academy maneuver, he'll call an assist, which is a very powerful thing in ships. So he'll do damage, and Vader will attack again, and then that Biggs was up, but the dot killed him. So now the ship does its thing. And in that case, it called an assist. Alright, so that ship put a target lock on me. Target lock can't be dispelled through traditional means, but that's fine. So Mace Windu's capital ship, there are 4 capital ships in the game right now. Mace Windu, Admiral Akbar, Grand Moff Tarkin, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. So Mace is all about tankiness, so you're going to just make our tank stronger. This is not a hard battle, so I'm not worried about losing. Vader will again attack. Vader is guaranteed almost to... somehow he resisted the target lock, but normally Vader is a guaranteed target lock. Alright, so he's got the eyeball, or Sabine has the eyeball, which is dodge, which guarantees a dodge, so I will use my basic on that. And she dodged. Alright, the Ghost just debuffed me with defense down and exposed Biggs, who will take an extra bit of damage, but now we can attack Sabine. So this is the main difference between ships and regular. You call in reinforcements, and each ship does something special when you call it in as a reinforcement. So we're going to call in one of mine, and we're going to call in, let's see. The situation is pretty under control, so we're going to call in Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer. So he will gain 25% offense and the Afterburner debuff, which will not be able to be dispelled. Afterburner, when he attacks with advantage, which is a special first order buff, he will gain turn meter and if I had first order allies, which there are a few, he would have a chance to gain additional meter. So he's got an undispellable buff you can see by the little lock icon. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep focusing on the Ghost. We'll just use his basic attack. Alright, the Phantom 2 has taunted. Now Vader's attacks can't be dodged, so the eyeball won't really matter. Alright, but now this can still be dodged, so I will not use the special even though it is glowing. So now he dodged. We'll just have Wedge attack. Wedge can inflict target lock, but it's a low chance. Alright, so now 2 of them have gone stealth. And Akbar has just given them buffs. And a heal in some case. Alright, so I can see that Ghost is going to dodge. What is it? Okay, next turn, so Mace can either inflict target lock or use this ability, which will hit the target locked ships. Since the Phantom 2 is in stealth, we're going to want to do this. And you'll notice it hit Phantom and the primary target. Phantom is still got dodge up, so we're just not going to get to use our special ability, I don't think. And now it's gone back into stealth, but now Ghost is dead. So now they're both into stealth, and I can hit either one. So we're going to head and finish it off with Wedge's special. Oh, sweet. Called Darth Vader in. And then the icon now on... actually, we're going to call in. So there's a small bug right now where the characters are appearing out of their thing, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and call in Ashoka, because Ashoka's ability gives her max health for each dispelled buff. So this is 40% bonus health. And now I'm just going to do a special with her, because I want to use Kylo Ren for the kill. So he's got advantage, which is that middle buff on him. We're going to go ahead and attack with that. Okay, we didn't get a crit, but we got the bonus damage. So now we'll finally get to use TIE Fighter's special, which also hits like a truck. That doesn't need special conditions. That just hits hard. So typically a good strategy in Arena is to open with that, because it also gives the TIE Fighter guaranteed evasion. Now this was the one where you get the trading things, and I always said you never, ever, ever want to try and buy those, because you get plenty from this and just from your units, and because you'll never have enough credits, basically. So, who's not level 85? Sunfac isn't, and he is someone... wait, when's... Okay, Bitson's not close. Cassian is... Yeah, so Sunfac is one of the Geonosians. Enhancing him, I could and might take him to level 85. That won't leave me with a whole lot left, but nobody is really due for levels. I'm not going to level up the bounty hunters right now because I'm not farming them, while I am passively farming Sunfac via the ship shop. So that cost a ton of my credits, and I do not get a lot of credits. You get... like, you just don't get nearly the access to them that you do for regular credits. So I have tons of training droids saved up, because I'm never short of those. I'm only ever short of the money to upgrade. So now I can upgrade his abilities. Same with the training. A lot of the time I'm just gated behind tiers needed, either for the ship or for the crew. So I rarely am short on this. I'm only ever short on that, the gold one. That is currently only farmable from a very select few ship nodes that don't have character shards on them, so I don't farm them, or from one of the weekly challenges. So yeah, we're gonna... And this one, whenever buffed enemy did it, we're not gonna do this. I've heard his stun and remove turn meter. That's not bad. Would be better like that, though. So yeah, that's just an example. Because, you know, like Xanadu Blood. Okay, I will take that up to 70. That bothers me. Like, that's cheap. Okay. 70. Just, I know 69 is a fun number and all, but you get more unlocks at 70 for abilities. Case in point. Can do this one now. Boom. Now the next one will be 75. So that's kind of a point. This is Cad Bane ship. Another Clone War era ship. A lot of this stuff comes from Legends and such, so, you know, most of this you won't find from, what do you call it? You won't find most of this in the movies. Like, you'll find Slave One, obviously. You'll find the TIE Advanced one, the TIE Silencer, TIE Fighter, Biggs' ship, Cassian's ship from Rogue One, Kylo's command shuttle. Yeah, you'll find some of them. The Geonosians, this is actually the ship that Count Dooku got away in. Lando's Millennium Falcon. Garsax, and like again, like some of the, especially the Old Republic one. This is the first Old Republic ship, I think, the Sith Fighter. Yeah, that's the first Old Republic ship. So that, we expect that eventually they'll add Old Republic ships in, but the character roster, that's the newest faction, and the character roster is very small. And like Anakin's I don't have, because I don't have Anakin, I don't have Poe or Plo Koon. This is the Umbaran Starfighter is a Clone Wars episode that I did not see. And then B-28 Executioner is the second Old Republic ship, but again, I don't have the pilot, so I skipped the Marquee event. Probably going to regret that later, but as for now, ships is always secondary for most people. But the arena is, come on. The arena is useful. Okay, cool. I'm still below. So the prize tier, I'm in the 50 to 21 slot. There's just less people in the ships, so the prize tiers are a lot more varied. So I always try and stay in this one because this is the one where you start getting crystals. Again, it's not as much as you get from the regular arena, but if you combine them together, because usually if you've got a strong arena team, you've got the resources to get a strong ships team. Yeah, if you combine them together, you get a pretty decent thing. But as you can see, the cash payout's not as great. There's no gear, but it's the crystals that are the main part. Oh, and this is also why what do you call it? Multi-sim tickets just aren't a thing anymore, is because you get 150 at this level, 150, 150. Yeah, you just get 150. I don't even think number one yet. It's just 150. If you have ships, you get 150, so that resource is no longer a resource. But yeah, as you can see, they get 1,800 of their points to redeem. They get 400 crystals, and again, it's all about the crystals. Crystals save time. You watched earlier, or in a previous episode, I spent crystals to do a second round of the Cantina, basically. We are 1 hour and 47 minutes away from refreshing this. You can refresh, by the way, everything but the weekly one for crystals. For an example, I'll sometimes refresh this, just because. You know, why not? I'll demonstrate. Refresh. And we got 1 tenacity with health and 1 crit. And I can't afford it, of course. Of course I can't afford it. But yeah, so that's the basics of ships. I'll go ahead and do an arena battle. So my team is the old meta, which I can still make viable because just of how powerful it was, but I can't beat the new meta, and I can't beat people who've got better ships. One of the main things is most of my ship characters are not my arena characters, with the exception of Darth Vader, so they don't get very powerful. Thrawn will be powerful if I can get his ship to tier 6 or 4 or 7. So if we look at the number 1, you can see it doesn't require a tier 7 ship. The number 1 person currently has a 6-star Tarkin. Tarkin and Thrawn are very close in power, but they dominate the arena. They just kick the living shit out of everybody else. I can actually almost scroll down and find myself sometimes. Yeah, so there I am. So yeah, and you can see, there's a couple Akbars, a couple Windus, but it's mostly Tarkin and Thrawn. Pretty evenly split between the two, because just of the synergies. So if we look at this person's meta team, so they're doing Arena and Night Sisters, but that's a powerful Night Sisters team, and that's not the type I'm doing. So they're doing, interesting, so that's, what are they doing? Tarkin, Advanced, Silencer, and Biggs. I want to look at that, though. Yeah, but that's a Gold Star Biggs. Everything's maxed out except his melee, or his basic. Gold Star Vader with everything maxed, and probably a Gold Star Unmasked Kylo. Yeah, so they're all Gold Stars. Only my TIE Advanced is Gold Star. And if it says inventory, I can see what he's got. So yeah, he's got Boba Gold. He doesn't have Houndstooth, surprisingly. I was expecting to see Houndstooth, but he's not running that right now. He's got TIE Fighter Gold. I bet you TIE Fighter is one of... So I guaranteed if I fought this guy, this would be... Slave 1 would be his first reinforcement, and he'd have TIE Fighter in reinforcements as well. You can see his Biggs is golded. His Tarkin is gold. His Executrix is almost maxed out. He just maxed out the special, which I think I just did too. Yeah, so he's all in, you know what his things are. So it's TIE Fighter for his reinforcements. It's TIE Fighter, it's Slave 1. If I had to guess on what other one was coming in, I'd say either Ashoka or, based on this, probably Ashoka or the First Order TIE Pilot. I don't know. I won't get to fight this guy. I have to fight people close to my rank. So I can fight the 45, 39, or 36. I could... honestly, it's pretty RNG on who I beat. I don't like doing mirror matches, so I will not fight the Thrawn one. I'll go ahead and fight the 39. So this is my team. TIE Advance, TIE Fighter, and Biggs with Ashoka, Slave 1, and Kylo Ren as my reinforcements. I have just now, like this week, started farming Slave 1 because I'm finally done spending ship resources on Bastila. I was using a double farm on Bastila, and Bastila is a 20 energy, so that left me no leftover fleet power, because fleet power recovers about as slow as Cantina energy. Now, this is going to be a timed battle, so I'm going back to 4 times speed. People do the 4 times speed just because, again, it's a timed battle, so you don't have a whole lot of time to talk. Okay, good. I'm going first, so typically it goes best for me if I open while just hitting Biggs as hard as I can, because Biggs is going to end up taunting and recovering protection. So if I can cut through his protection early... Oh, good. My capital ship is faster. Okay, I did not get ability block on him, though. But it doesn't matter, because I'm still going to get this hit. Yes! Okay, that went really well. Also, I have the hiccups. Oh, no. Alright, so they're beating up my Biggs. Since they don't have Biggs, normally Biggs would still be alive right now, and I'd be trying to kill him. But they don't, so I get to focus on TIE Advanced. Put target lock. My Biggs recovers some protection. Hit him again with TIE Fighter. Didn't get didn't get the debuff. Even though they already have target lock, you can stack it for a lot of Biggs's... Like here, Biggs got target lock himself, so he gained more protection back. Alright, so he brought in the Clone Trooper tank, which is an annoying tank to be light. So I'm going to bring in Ashoka because, again, she does that debuff, or the Dispel, which gives her health. Normally they bring in, what's-his-face? Slave 1? God damn it. Okay. Maul's ship can be kind of annoying. Alright, we're probably about to lose Biggs. Okay, Biggs is target locked. He survived that. If he can get another target lock, it'll help out a lot. Didn't get a target lock. He's not dead, surprisingly. Alright, but this will kill him because... well... How close is Vader? Vader's not close, but there might be one more chance. So, I'm going to use Ashoka's ability that just gives her bonus protection. Damn it, they took a turn. Alright. The goal was that if TIE Advance can use his ability, it inflicts buff immunity, which is the triangle. So he still got it for the moment, but it will allow the option to... Like, he won't recover his debuffs, and I'm going to dispel them all with Vader. So Vader just dispelled them all and is basically taking a second turn. So now we're really racking on the damage. Oh, and by the way, just TIE Fighter's evasiveness is high to begin with. Okay, so that's not good. Alright, we're actually going to use Ashoka to dispel TIE Advance real quick and go for the quick kill there. Alright, I'm going to bring in Slave 1 as a tank because we've lost Biggs. And now we are going to use... Alright, I don't actually use him very much, so gain 20% turn meter on each critical hit. Oh, nice. We're going to use this ability because on target locked abilities, it will... hit like a truck. Okay, good. We killed Vader. Gonna kill the Clone Sergeant. Now we're gonna work on him because he doesn't have bonus protection. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna keep focusing our fire. Okay, we're gonna take some damage, but we're okay. Vader's gonna hit hard. Target lock. Okay, so you... Jedi Counselor's annoying because he gives a lot of bonus protection. So, like I said, Mace Windu teams are usually about being tankier and more survivable than the other team. A Tarkin team is about control and damage. Thrawn is overall just brutal offense. Alright, we've got target lock. We hit him. Did damage. Alright, he's getting one more reinforcement, but I've got my ultimate ability in a moment. Okay, each capital ship has an ultimate ability. This is Tarkin's. It's just a massive break everybody attack. Alright, dispel his protection up. Try and get a target lock. Lost Vader, it's fine. Okay. That ability's back. Oh, goddammit, he dodged. Oh, this is bad. Alright, so he gained a lot of bonus undispellable protection, but I can keep him from getting any more buffs. Alright, we're bringing in Kylo. Kylo might be able to stun him. Did not get the stun. Just gonna go for auto attacks. Okay. We win. So yeah. Ship arena matches for me are very close. They are not, they're not a walk in the park at all. Especially if I get bad RNG. I got really good RNG at the beginning with a double crit that killed Biggs. Normally, I don't get that lucky, and Biggs will survive, and he's just annoying because he can regain his entire protection almost immediately. The reason that the bounty hunter ships are so good is because they can go through your protection, and they gain stacking protection. Enfy's Nest and the Houndstooth have an ability where they gain bonus protection whenever they get hit, and it's 15% of their protection stacking, and it happens after they take the first hit. Now, as I level up Bosk's gear, it'll get stronger up to 25%, and then Taunt will get even more ridiculous. So, yeah. More than once. So, yeah, you only get one, though. So, multi-attack is the best move, and breached enemies have less evasion. So, yeah, that is Houndstooth's big power, and, yeah, it's real good. So it's really hard to grind through him. You have to inflict him with the buff immunity from the TIE Fighter, basically, to have a chance, or a good dispel. Because then he'll be vulnerable, and then you can... Or the other option is Ashoka's dispel, or her reinforcement ability. Like, there's counters, but you gotta think about the Houndstooth. And the Houndstooth's only been farmable for about a month now. Alright, but that kind of does it for ships, and I'm really running out of things to do today, so that does it for my string of videos. But thank you everyone for these first 3 videos on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is just a game I really enjoy. I mean, I've just now spent an entire afternoon just making videos on it, and I have not been wanting for things to talk about. I want to keep doing more, but I'm kind of out of things to do for now until I get more energy later, and I gotta save my crystals, so I can't do energy right now. But I'm really excited about this game. Tomorrow, which I don't know what time I'm going to have the second and third videos come out, but tomorrow will be Thrawn, and I'm going to record my attempts on him, because who knows? I might just steamroll him, because I've been training up my Phoenix Squadron for a while. I might not. Who knows? It'll be really interesting to see, but I'm just plain excited for Thrawn, and I'm excited to bring you guys more content. I'll cover the 3PO event when it happens. I might cover marquee characters. Who knows? But, like, I get really excited because this is something I'm very passionate about. I love the Star Wars universe. You know, we're not in a great position right now after the whole controversies with Last Jedi and Solo. Like, you know, the fandom's not doing great. And the games haven't been great. I mean, Battlefront 2 took a year to get to where it is now. It's fun now, but it took a year. This is, in my opinion, the second best Star Wars game we have right now. I'm still giving the best slot to Old Republic because of how many years of good fun it gave me. But thank you all for watching. If you want to, subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell if you want to get up to date on this kind of stuff. For now, at least, I'm in a position where I can cover updates pretty regularly. So, like, when we have the update, like, in the middle of the second video, I can do that kind of stuff. So hit the notification bell and you'll get pretty up-to-date timing stuff. I know I don't have the greatest of insights right now because I'm only a mid-tier, not a high-tier player, but I really, really like this. I'm really passionate about this. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Farewell.